It's quite a windy day today, and I nestled myself behind this mound of dirt to try and keep the wind noise down. Here it's quite nice, and the sun is in my face. Quite pleasant. I wanted to express some of my feelings in my soul after reading a YouTube comment recently, where well-meaning Christians state that they pray for me that I might find my way back to Jesus. What the Christian does not understand, because they're not in touch with their deep, deep soul, and they're not aware of what soul abandonment feels like and actually is, they're constantly, by praying that I might find Jesus and give my life to Jesus, they don't realize that they're actually trying to separate me from God. They're trying to separate me from my own soul, from being in love with my own soul, and give my love away to Jesus, to someone other than myself, and to worship someone other than myself. I never understood the worship, and quite frankly, I don't feel that it's a natural thing. It's a thing of power and control when you are demanded to worship someone, or you're expected to worship someone. You are expected to abandon yourself. You're expected to abandon your self-worship and give that honor, respect, love to someone other than yourself. But why? Why can I not love and worship my own soul? I guess first of all we have to establish what is the soul. For those who are Bible-based, you can go back to the beginning of the story, that God breathed into the nostrils of the clay, and a living soul stood up. So what is the soul? The soul is the breath of God. It's as close as you can get to the idea of God. The breath of God is your soul. The breath of God is the consciousness that we all have. And since it's the breath, since we are the breath, unless you identify as the dead lump of clay, but the dead lump of clay doesn't have any life, doesn't have any essence. And the soul only came into being after the breath of God filled the clay. If you are the soul, which I believe I am the breath of God. Therefore, I am the essence of God. So why would I worship? You see, this is where Christians don't get it, where the mind has disconnected them from essence. Why would I neglect my own soul and worship an image of God that my mind has created, and give away all of my vital life force energy in a religious practice? It doesn't make sense. So no, please don't pray for me that I might become separated from my own soul and therefore separated from God. God is soul and soul is God, and I am that. There's no way to get any more close to God than honoring and worshiping and loving your own soul, your own being. Anything other than that is self-abandonment, self-rejection, and you can't live, you can't thrive when you are separated from self and separated from the breath of God that is your soul. So no, I don't want to find God as an external being of me, as an other being than me. If that works for you, you run with it, but try not to impose that idea on me. I am living the most fulfilled life spiritually than I have ever in 50 years as a Christian. I am not forsaking my own soul anymore. This is the true worship of God. But you would have to realize the value of your own soul. You would have to realize what your soul is. Divine essence of Source God.